A bunch of people have now finally gotten their hands on a brand new Xbox Series X preview console, and with that we got to see game loading times, quick resume in action and other next generation features. So let's get into it. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's having a good day. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing for more videos like this. I do appreciate the support. Since the official announcement of the Xbox Series X all the way back in December of 2019, we have been hearing a lot about next-gen features like faster loading times thanks to the SSD capabilities of the Xbox Series X and Xbox Velocity architecture that makes features like quick resume possible. A bunch of outlets have now released their first impressions along with demonstrations of what this console will actually be capable of. It is important to note that everything you will be seeing here is just a preview, so you can expect everything to be even better and faster come November when you get your hands on your own Xbox Series X console. To demonstrate the loading times of the Xbox Series X, I will be using footage from IGN's demonstration. Link of their video will be down in the description below. So we will start off with the boot up. This console turns on almost immediately when it is in always on mode, obviously much faster than the Xbox One and Xbox One X. The cold boot up takes 10 seconds compared to almost 1 minute on the Xbox One X. For the storage, the Xbox Series X will have 1 terabyte, but due to a bunch of system files, only 802 gigabytes will be available. As I have explained in my previous video, an external storage device will be needed. The only external device that will be compatible with the Xbox Series X will be the 1 terabyte Seagate card that will cost $219. And just to be clear, your Xbox One external hard drive will be compatible with the Xbox Series X. It is as simple as plugging in your external hard drive. Those games will be playable immediately with no patches needed, but it will be the Xbox One version of those games with improved visuals, of course, to give you an overall better gaming experience, but I will explain more on that a bit later. So just to make everything clear, if you buy Cyberpunk 2077 on the Xbox One and you install it on your external hard drive, you will be able to play that game no problem. If you then take the external hard drive and you plug it into your Xbox Series X, the game will be playable as well, but it will be the Xbox One version and not the Xbox Series X version. If you then use your Xbox Smart Delivery to get your free Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox Series X upgrade, the Series X version will only be playable from your new console's internal storage or Seagate external card. You cannot play the Xbox Series X version of this game or any other next generation game from an external storage device that is not a Seagate, even if it is an SSD. Now there is a way around this though if you do not have $220 to spend on a Seagate card. This is a solution I did not even think of, but it was pointed out in IGN's video. You can simply move games around from your Xbox Series X to your normal existing external hard drive, meaning if you currently have 6 games on your Xbox Series X and you want to download Cyberpunk 2077 but you do not have the available space, instead of uninstalling some of those games or paying $219 for more storage, you can just plug in your existing hard drive and move some games over to that hard drive to make some space. Should you then ever want to play those games again, you can simply move them back over to your Xbox Series X console. It is slightly inconvenient, but it's not $219 worth of inconvenience. Now let's take a look at the game loading times for Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Xbox Series X. The load time will be 1 minute and 5 seconds compared to 2 minutes and 43 seconds on the Xbox One X. Halo 5 is only 25 seconds on the Series X and 1 minute and 7 seconds on the Xbox One X. Control is 54 seconds on the Series X and 2 minutes and 23 seconds on the Xbox One X. State of Decay 2 will be 30 seconds compared to 1 minute and 6 seconds. GTA 4 will be 10 seconds versus 24 seconds, and Fallout 4 will take 22 seconds on the Xbox Series X and 2 minutes and 11 seconds on the Xbox One One X. So as you can see, based on those titles, there is a massive noticeable difference in load times between the Xbox Series X and Xbox One X. For quick resume, we will be taking a look at the video from The Verge where they demonstrate this feature. Again, links to their full video will be down in the description. As you can see, you can very easily and quickly jump from one game to the other. How fast you can jump depends on the size of the game, but from the demonstrations that I saw, it takes anywhere between 5 seconds and 12 seconds. You might not think that sounds very quick, but try doing that on your Xbox One. Then lastly, we will be going back to backwards compatibility and everything that comes along with it. For this part, I will be using some of the tests that was done by Digital Foundry. Again, link to their full video will be down in the description. So for those who do not know, almost all Xbox 360 and Xbox One games will be playable on the Xbox Series X, but it will not just be playable, it will also have improved visuals. So here we will be looking at some of those backwards compatible titles and comparing performance between the Xbox One X and the Xbox Series X. The most notable difference here is the frame rates. The Xbox Series X goes for full 60 frames and achieves that quite easily, while the One X struggles. Here you can see Monster Hunter and compare the frame rates for yourself. For Tomb Raider, which is largely considered a very demanding title, in native 4K mode both targets 30 frames, but in the 1080p performance mode it is not even close. The Xbox Series X wins by almost 15 to 20 frames, making for a much smoother experience. Final Fantasy 15 has multiple modes available. Again, the Series X has a solid 60 frames, while the One X struggles quite a bit in this mode. So you do get the picture here. They did test for plenty of titles, and again I would highly recommend that you go and check out the full video for yourself. Overall, the Series X is shaping up to be a great console, and I am excited for this November. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So again, if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.